Hello everyone. Today, I am so excited because I have a special treat for you guys. You all have been asking me to do a summary of Squid Game, and finally, now I have the time to do it. I actually finished watching the show, and let me tell you, it really kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time. So without further ado, let's get started. In a neighborhood in South Korea, there lived a man named Seo. He was once a successful businessman, but years ago he lost his job and became a deadbeat dad. Despite this, he was a kind-hearted man, but deeply in debt. He had to use his daughter's birthday money to pay off loan sharks. He lived with his elderly mother, while his young daughter lived with her mother and her new husband. Every day Ji-hun chased after money through gambling or borrowing from loan sharks, but always failed. He hit rock bottom when he couldn't even buy a proper birthday gift for his daughter. One day, while waiting at a subway station, a well-dressed man in a suit named Oh-il-num approached him with a simple game called Dokji. If he lost, he'd get slapped. At first Ji-hun struggled and got slapped several times, but gradually he began to understand the game and won a few rounds. They played until Ji-hun won the $100 and some food for his daughter's birthday. When the man was about to leave, he handed Ji-hun a strange card with a number on it, and invited him to play in a series of 6 rounds for a massive cash prize of $38.5 million. Initially reluctant, Ji-hun hesitated, but eventually agreed and called the number on the card. Soon after, he was knocked unconscious and woke up in a giant room with 456 other men, all wearing green tracksuits with numbers. The place was strange. It was clean, controlled, and eerily organized. There was no windows, no clocks, and no way to tell the time. Nobody knew where they were or who was running things, but they soon learned the rule. You will play childhood games. Losers will be eliminated. But no one understood what eliminated meant until the first game began. It was a game called Red Light, Green Light. The robot would move around the area and detect any movement. Anyone who moved after red light was shot dead instantly. At first, everyone froze in fear, but then they began to run around frantically. Within minutes, dozens of people were killed as they didn't hear the robot's voice due to the panic. The survivors quickly realized these weren't games. They were a fight for survival. As days turned into weeks, the games grew more intense. Tug of war. Anyone who fell off the platform would fall to their death. Dalgona candy, a sugary cookie with a honeycomb-like candy coating around a soft, chewy center. Players must break the shape without breaking the cookie itself, or else they would be shot. Marbles. Partners were pitted against each other and given a set of marbles. Each player had to trick their partner into losing or be eliminated. Glass bridge, a bridge made of tempered glass panels. One wrong step and you fall. And finally, the Squid Game itself. The stakes were high. The tension was palpable, and the threat of elimination loomed over every player. But amidst the chaos and danger, unlikely alliances were forged. Some players supported each other, sharing strategies, offering comfort, and forming unbreakable bonds of friendship. As the game progressed and the body count rose, the surviving players were forced to confront not only their physical challenges, but also their inner demons. Secrets were revealed, loyalties were tested, and the true nature of humanity was laid bare. The older man, player 001, initially appeared weak and kind. Ji-hun befriended him and formed a genuine bond. However, what he didn't know was that the old man was hiding a dark secret that would change everything. The robot voice would announce the number of remaining players and declare that the final winner would receive the entire pot of money. As the game continued, the prize money increased to 45.6 billion won. Every time someone died, more cash was added to the glowing piggy bank hanging above them. As the story unfolds, the characters are thrown into a series of deadly games that test their physical and mental limits. Each game is a metaphor for the challenges they face in life, and they must use their skills, intelligence, and teamwork to survive. However, the games are not just about testing their abilities. They are also designed to bring out the worst in them, pushing them to their breaking points and forcing them to make difficult choices. As the body count rises, the tension and suspense build. The players become desperate, forming uneasy alliances and betraying one another to secure their own survival. Throughout the game, the mysterious organization behind it all remains hidden, pulling the strings from the shadows and watching the carnage unfold. The players have no idea who is orchestrating it or why they have been chosen, adding to the mystery and intrigue of the story. The concept of the game itself serves as a commentary on the cruel realities of the world. It reflects the desperation and struggles of those trapped in poverty, and the lengths to which they may go to escape their circumstances. The game becomes a symbol of the harsh social hierarchy and the dehumanizing effects of extreme wealth inequality. The story explores themes of social inequality, greed, desperation, and the lengths to which people will go to survive. It is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked capitalism and the importance of compassion and empathy. The characters are a diverse group of individuals from different walks of life, each with their own unique backstory and motivations. As they are thrown together in this deadly game, they must learn to work together and overcome their differences to survive. Among the players is a former gangster who is forced to confront his violent past, a young mother who will do anything to protect her child, a terminally ill man seeking a last chance at happiness, and many others, each with their own story of struggle and hardship. As the story progresses, the characters are put through a series of moral dilemmas that challenge their beliefs and values. They are forced to make difficult decisions that test their humanity and raise questions about right and wrong, justice and revenge. Overall, The Squid Game is a gripping and thought-provoking story that will keep you on the edge of your seat until the very end. It is a powerful commentary on the state of our world and a reminder of the importance of compassion and empathy in the face of adversity. Eventually, only one player survives, but instead of feeling joy, he feels empty. After witnessing death, betrayal and pain, he no longer trusts anyone or the world. When he returns to real life, he discovers that the game isn't over. Others around the world are still being recruited, and at that moment, he makes a decision. He won't stay silent. He will go back, not for the money, but to uncover the truth. The Squid Game is not just a survival story. It's a commentary on the ruthlessness of the world. It shows how poverty can turn people into monsters, how far we're willing to go for money, and whether humanity can survive in a cruel, class-divided world. It also questions who controls the lives of the poor while the rich watch for fun. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend it. I promise you won't regret it. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think of the story? Do you have a favorite character? Or maybe you've watched the show and want to share your thoughts? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.